Hey guys, welcome to Spiritual Musings of a Popcorn Brain. I've decided to do season 2 about me so that you can understand who I am and where I'm coming from. So each episode I'll give you some insight into my history as to why I think and believe the way that I do. When I was a young adult, I worked at a Christian camp for 4 summers in a row. It was the Kanakuk-Kanakomo camps. And the first 2 summers I worked as a kichikomo, which are the ones who serve the food and clean up the kitchen area, and they do some other cleaning too. They rotate through a schedule. The next 2 summers I was a cook. My second summer there, I was a kichikomo, and just to tell you a little bit about me, I try to do what's right. I have always strived to do the right thing. And I also believe in working hard. And when there's an opportunity, I like to surprise those I care about with an act of service, usually because I couldn't afford to do anything else, but that was the way that I would tell people that I love them, is through acts of service. And this second summer that I was there, one of the Sundays we were cleaning up after breakfast, and they would have the Sunday service for the kids after breakfast, but we were still cleaning, and the head of the Kichikomos said, I think we should pause. I think we should go to the service and then come back and finish after. And we discussed it a couple of minutes, and some of us were on the side of, well, let's finish up and then go. And then others were like, well, yeah, we can wait and then come back. So they left and went to the service because that was what the head Kichikomo had decided. And I thought we could just finish it out. We were almost done. I stayed and I worked hard to get it done and ended up missing the service. And when they came back, I thought they'd be happy. They were a little in shock and they didn't know what to think. And the head Kichikomo talked to the lady who was the head of the camp for that summer, and she came and talked to me personally. She had also been my youth pastor's wife, and so I had a familiarity with her. And I got in trouble. I got in trouble because I did not obey the person in authority, and we were supposed to all go, and I didn't go. And I was angry. Because, like I said, I always try to do the right thing. I rarely ever get in trouble or reprimanded because I usually do the right thing. But she was right. I knew she was right, and I was angry about it. And I left, and I grabbed my journal and headed down the path to an empty picnic table. And through tears, I started pouring my heart out to God. But it was different. I was thinking, I needed to do something with this anger. And I was thinking, I'll write a song. I used to write songs when I was younger. I haven't done that in a long time. This actually may have been the last song that I wrote. And I started writing. And it went like this. There are times I get a feeling of complete worthlessness, even though the Lord gave His Son for righteousness. And then I paused. And then I kept going. So I asked my Heavenly Father, What is wrong with me? And at this point, I can't exactly describe what happened other than God spoke to me through me. And as my pen kept going, it was Him talking to me. And I heard Him answer sweetly, "Dear child, can't you see? I made you beautiful, just like the wind that causes waves to crash upon the shore. I molded you and shaped you, wanting nothing more." And it took a little bit for that to try to sink in, because I have had an issue with self-esteem, as so many women have, and probably men too, but He was just starting to help me to understand that He made me who He wanted me to be. And the Bible talks about that. It's in Psalm, I believe it's 139, and where it says that He knit us together in our mother's womb. And if you take a psychology class, I had to in college, they tell you that 80% of your personality is shaped by the time you're 6. And there's a good chunk of it that's already in place by the time you're born. Your personality. He's molding you and He's shaping you into a unique individual with unique talents and abilities. And He wants you to know that He loves you and that He has a plan for you and He has a purpose for you. And when you find that and you ask Him to show it to you, it opens up your life in a way that it's indescribable, the amount of freedom, the confidence, the love, the security that comes from all of that, of knowing that He made you. There's not part of you that He made that was a mistake, where He said, "Oops, I didn't mean to do that." God is perfect. He doesn't make mistakes. He can't. He can't be dishonest. He can't change. He is perfect. He is gracious. He is love. He is kind. And He does what He does so that we can understand Him and know Him, because there's a blessing in that. We are rewarded when we choose Him. So that was the first part of the song, and I won't sing the rest of it for you because that was all me. But the first part of that song really spoke to me, and that was Him talking to me through me. And when I have shared that with other women, at least they've shared with me that it was very meaningful to them. So I hope that whoever hears this, that it's meaningful to you, that you know that you are loved, that you are special, that He made you. He wants to know you. And there are so many ways that you can start that relationship with Him. I can put some resources in the links and the description for this podcast for anyone who's interested. If you found this useful, or you know someone who would, then please share this with them or subscribe. Thank you for letting me share my popcorn brain.